What's up, everybody? Supreme Decisions here, and today I want to talk to you about double jeopardy. Well, there was this case that I actually just seen pop up on YouTube. It's Domingo Tapia. He was actually sucker punched by Gary Anderson in 2017. In 2017, Gary Anderson was found, charged, and sent to prison. His charge back then, aggravated assault. Now, the 2 years he served in prison was for the attack on Domingo Tapia. Now, here's where the problem comes in. Here, 2025, Domingo Tapia, who was in a coma, just passed away. Why is that relevant? Because now it makes the action that was done upon him actual murder, because he passed away from the results of a assault by Gary Anderson. The issue is Mr. Tapia's wife is now saying, hey, he's not guilty of aggravated assault. He's guilty of murder. Well, because of double jeopardy, Gary Anderson was sent to prison based on an attack. And this is why it's now an issue, because he cannot be tried for that same attack again. Say that one more time. He cannot be tried for that same attack again because he's already been found guilty. But this is one of those where I speak about prosecutors cherry-picking cases and the fact that they actually jumped the gun on charging him because there was no end result from it prior to the sentencing and the actual charging. This is something that happens more often than not. You're being charged with something prior to a conclusion. That is an overzealous prosecutor. In that sense, Gary Anderson cannot be charged with murder. But here's the flip side of that. Because of the charges, he cannot be charged criminally. However, Gary Anderson can be held liable because, again, he has been charged, he has been convicted, he has been sentenced. He's actually out of prison now. And Gary Anderson can be held liable civilly for wrongful death because it was due to his actions that Domingo Tapia's death resulted. So always keep that in mind. Prosecutors are generally overzealous in wanting to charge someone and get a guilty verdict prior to an actual conclusion, and this can result in double jeopardy being attached to a case in which that later can result into something different. But in this case, Gary Anderson cannot be retried for the same incident because of double jeopardy. But this is America. He can be held liable for wrongful death because his actions resulted in the death of Domingo Tapia.